If we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. Let us always meet each other with smile, for the smile is the beginning of love. We need to find God, and He cannot be found in noise and restlessness. God is the friend of silence. See how nature, trees, flowers, grass grows in silence. See the stars, the moon and the sun, how they move in silence. We need silence to be able to touch souls. Be faithful in small things because it is in them that your strength lies. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come to you without leaving happier. Loneliness and the feeling of being unwanted is the most terrible poverty. I have found the paradox, that if you love until it hurts, there can be no more hurt, only more love. We shall never know all the good that a simple smile can do. Love is a fruit in season at all times, and within reach of every hand. The hunger for love is much more difficult to remove than the hunger for bread. Joy is prayer, joy is strength, joy is love, joy is a net of love by which you can catch souls. If you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one. We ourselves feel that what we are doing is just a drop in the ocean. But the ocean would be less because of that missing drop. Peace begins with a smile. Love begins by taking care of the closest ones, the ones at home. Intense love does not measure, it just gives. We think sometimes that poverty is only being hungry, naked and homeless. The poverty of being unwanted, unloved and uncared for is the greatest poverty. We must start in our own homes to remedy this kind of poverty. Love begins at home, and it is not how much we do, but how much love we put in that action. I want you to be concerned about your next-door neighbor. Do you know your next-door neighbor? One of the greatest diseases is to be nobody to anybody. Let us not be satisfied with just giving money. Money is not enough, money can be got, but they need your hearts to love them. So, spread your love everywhere you go. Let us touch the dying, the poor, the lonely and the unwanted according to the graces we have received, and let us not be ashamed or slow to do the humble work. The miracle is not that we do this work, but that we are happy to do it. The biggest disease today is not leprosy or tuberculosis, but rather the feeling of being unwanted. Being unwanted, unloved, uncared for, forgotten by everybody, I think that is a much greater hunger, a much greater poverty than the person who has nothing to eat. The greatest destroyer of peace is abortion, because if a mother can kill her own child, what is left for me to kill you and you to kill me? There is nothing between. Words which do not give the light of Christ increase the darkness. Each one of them is Jesus in disguise. There is always the danger that we may just do the work for the sake of the work. This is where the respect and the love and the devotion come in, that we do it to God, to Christ, and that's why we try to do it as beautifully as possible. There must be a reason why some people can afford to live well. They must have worked for it. I only feel angry when I see waste. When I see people throwing away things that we could use. Even the rich are hungry for love, for being cared for being wanted, for having someone to call their own. I try to give to the poor people for love what the rich could get for money. No, I wouldn't touch a leper for 1,000 pounds, yet I willingly cure him for the love of God. If you want a love message to be heard, it has got to be sent out. To keep a lamp burning, we have to keep putting oil in it. Many people mistake our work for our vocation. Our vocation is the love of Jesus. Our life of poverty is as necessary as the work itself. Only in heaven will we see how much we owe to the poor for helping us to love God better because of them. Let us more and more insist on raising funds of love, of kindness, of understanding, of peace. Money will come if we seek first the kingdom of God, the rest will be given.